Alright guys, I'm very self-conscious about being that guy talking to his phone while I'm walking around. So I'm gonna act like this is an important FaceTime call, okay? So yeah, I'm glad you guys could make it and that you could get on this call today. Really been meaning to address a lot of issues and, action items. A lot of things that we've been trying to get to. There we go, everybody's believing it. Anyway, today guys, Motivational Mondays. Well, first I'll address the issue that you're all thinking, and that's probably that I have these silly lime green glasses on me, but they're the only sunglasses I have currently, so just deal with it. But yeah, anyway, it's Motivation Monday. That's what this is called. Every Monday, because I know everybody hates Mondays, though I like them just out of spite, so that I can be that guy who likes Mondays. And that's when the week starts. It's kind of like a thing. Okay, there's some people coming up here, so I'm gonna say a couple things that sound like I'm on a phone call. All right, but anyway, I want to ask you guys on this meeting just a couple questions. Number one, when was the last seizure that you had? And number two, how did that make you feel? How did you react? And then number three, what are you gonna do until the next one occurs? So I just had one this weekend. Not this weekend, on Thursday. It ruined my weekend, which I was very pissed about. And I was doing some physical therapy exercises. There's this project housing area not too far from my apartment. Well, it's half a mile. And I was doing some of my agility exercises, and yeah, was not feeling it. It was after 10. It was after I took my meds. So I think that's why it was a dumb move. And then, yeah, had a seizure. And yep, I don't know, I forgot where my story was going. Yeah, I was at this private basketball court in a project housing area, so it's perfect for me to do my exercises. But then yeah, I had a seizure, which was great, and then I ended up having to limp half a mile back home like a injured war veteran or something. But anyway, where I'm getting at today is I want you to think about, what was the last seizure you had and how did you react to it? Because I had this one, and then yeah, my weekend was taken over and I couldn't do anything, and I was really pissed. And of course, like a lot of you, I'm sure you know how it is. You have your seizure and then you're really pissed and you just don't feel like doing anything. You lose motivation to do anything. And that's kind of what I'm talking about today is, finding that motivation to kind of keep going. What is it that is going to get your ass back in gear? Because, I really just didn't feel like doing anything, but we can't do that. We can't let our asses get knocked down by a seizure and then just go, oh, well, screw it, life is pointless. Even though I know a lot of times we might feel that way, but we got to find a reason to keep going and to not let our lives just fall to the wayside, even though it's very tempting sometimes to say, screw it, I'm over it. But yeah, so where I'm getting at with this is I know that I'm gonna have a seizure again, and I'm just trying to think to myself, what the hell am I gonna do until then? Because the way I see it, there's a couple time frames that are involved with a seizure. You have the seizure, and then you have the amount of time that you're incapacitated from that seizure, your recovery period, which averages 2 to 3 days. And then you have, time it takes for you to get your ass in gear and motivated and give a shit again about, just moving forward with life and even giving a shit in general. So the way I see it, yeah, a seizure is not just a physical recovery, it's also a mental recovery. And you need to get motivated again to care about what you're doing, and keep moving on. So here I am again, I'm walking again. So my seizure recovery physically, for the most part, is over. But now I got to think about, what is it that I give a shit about to keep, moving forward and to, because I know that I'm going to have a seizure again and that I'm going to be out again for 2 to 3 days. So why the hell should I care and be motivated to do anything and, I guess that's an age-old question, and you need to think what we all need to do is think about, what is that thing that we're actually living for? Whether how big or small that is, I guess you got to figure out what that might be. And I think for me, I love surfing. I've only been a couple times, but I really want to spend a lot more time surfing, and I can't do that if I'm not making decent money and not taking care of myself. The main reason I'm doing this physical therapy is because I need to fix my shoulder, I need to fix my arm, got to fix my leg, my wrist, everything on the left side of my body, so that when I try and pop up and catch a wave that I can, so I mean, that's honestly why I give a shit, and why I have so many physical therapy and occupational therapy visits scheduled, is because I want to go surfing, man. So I guess for the thing for today is think about what it is that's going to motivate your ass, and why you're going to even give a shit to keep moving forward after you have a seizure. So those 3 points, I've got a 3-point plan like every presidential candidate says. Number 1 is, recall the last seizure you had. And then 2, how did you react from it? How long did it take you to get your ass back in gear and keep living life the way that you want to? And then 3, think about the fact that you're going to have another one, and you're going to have to repeat this whole process again. But then finally is, why do you give a shit in the first place? Like, what is it in life that you care about that even, keeps you accountable, and, why you even give a shit in the first place? Whether that be surfing, singing, writing, swimming, I don't give a shit. Whatever it is you do, think of it, So that's your homework for today. Okay, guys, so while we're in this territory, I want you to share with the group, how long does it take for you to recover from your seizure? And what do you usually do to help yourself recover? I'll start by sharing with what my answer is. It takes me 2 days to get up and walk again and join the world. And then it takes me 3 days to do some moderate exercise again. So like today, I'm probably on the end of my 3rd day of recovery. When I get home, I'm gonna probably get on my spin bike, not go too hard, just do it enough to the point maybe where I get a little sweat going. And yeah, then I should have the blood and oxygen flowing again, increase some of my dopamine levels, So exercise, I'll tell you, is really the best way that I recover. But that's only once I'm at the tail end of my recovery. What I do, obviously, as some of you can imagine, is after I have my seizure, I'm in bed. My job is a sprint to get as much sleep as possible. Just sleep some more, and then if I wake up, watch some Netflix to get me to sleep again, and keep sleeping. And then slowly, as the next day comes, I'll notice that I'm walking better. And then, I can just, depending on how I feel, I can re-enter society. And then again, do some light exercise to really cap it off. Was that the question I asked? It was, how long it takes, what you do. Yeah. So that's my spiel. Interested to hear what you guys have to say. By the way, sorry, I keep looking away from the camera, and then I'll realize that I'm like this. So I'll try better to do this or something. I don't know. I'm not good at this. I'm not an influencer. I don't know.